Well, wasn't that nice? Okay. Yep, I'm recording. This is what you were supposed to learn this chapter. This is all the basic integration rules. Okay? So if you have a number times a function, you can take that number to the outside before you integrate. Okay? The integral of just du is x type of thing. Okay? So the integral of 4 du is 4x plus c. That's what that means. Okay? The integral of du over u is the same as saying the 1 over x dx. What's the integral of that? Well, it's the ln of x plus c. And we're supposed to use absolute values because it could be positive or negative. Okay? One we haven't seen and is rather not too seen, but since we have a derivative that goes with it, we have an integral that goes there. A number to a power, the integral of a number to a power is 1 over the natural log of that number. So let's say we have, let me erase this, the integral of 4 to the x. Then it's 1 over the natural log of 4 times 4 to the x plus c. Okay, this one, I rarely see that. Okay, the rest of them we see most often. Okay, this is the power rule that we've been working with most of the time. It's just written kind of weird. So that's x to the 5th is 1/6 x to the 6th plus c. Okay, where you add 1 to the power and then go add 1 to the number in front of it. It's just written weird. Okay, e to the u is e to the u. Okay, sine is negative cosine. Cosine is sine. Tangent is weird. And we don't use this hardly ever. Okay? Don't worry about those. If you get asked that on the AP test, I will be shocked. Absolutely shocked. Now, they might ask it on the Calculus BC test, but you're taking the AB test, the not as difficult of Calc test. Okay? Now, these are fair game because the first derivative of tangent is secant squared, so the integral of secant squared is tangent. Okay? That's fair game. Same with the integral of negative cotangent, or the integral of cotangent is negative cosecant squared, so the integral of cosecant squared is negative cotangent of u. Okay? And the same with secant is secant tangent, and cosecant is cosecant cotangent. What we're going to focus on today is these, okay, which I have rewritten right here, okay? So when we integrate this, we get the arc sine. When we integrate something that looks like this, what's the arc secant, and this, the arc tangent, okay? The ones we use most often are these two. Arc sine and arc tangent, which is the same as the inverse sine and the inverse tangent. Okay? Now, look at the pattern. We have the du over a squared minus u squared, and the du over a squared plus u squared without a square root. Okay? If you see that. So, what happens if we have something that doesn't fit into any, if you take that chart above, if it doesn't fit into anything above, none of the above, then what the heck are you supposed to do? See? Might as well. I mean, yeah. But no, you do long division. Polynomial long division. The denominator goes on the outside. The numerator with zeros that fill in for placeholders go on the inside. What times x is x cubed? X squared. So you do the distributive property and get x cubed plus 2x squared. Change the signs on the bottom row and then add. So negative 2x squared plus 0x. What times x is negative 2x squared? How about negative 2x? So it's negative 2x squared minus 4x. Change the signs on the bottom row and then add. So you got 4x minus 1. What times x is 4x? 4. And then you get 4x plus 8. Change the signs in the bottom row and then add. You get negative 9. So your remainder is negative 9 over x plus 2. Okay? So now we're going to integrate this bad boy because we can actually integrate that. That? No way. But once you do long division, then you, whoa! Then you do long division, then you can integrate. What's the integral of x squared? Yep, that matches all those. What's the integral of negative 2x? Negative squared. So these two are out. Your c is still in the running. What's the integral of 4? 4x. Still the same. And so then we have minus 9 over that, which is, oh, Miles got it. It was c. Yeah. You did all that in your head. Yeah. He just knew that. Let's do one more of these. So if it doesn't fit into anything above, you do polynomial long division. X plus 3, 3x plus 4. What times x is 3x? 3. And you get 3x plus 9. Change the signs on the bottom row and then add. You get negative 5. So plus negative 5 over x plus 3. So
3x. So it's b. Oh, wait. Yeah.
Because it's not that or that. What's the difference between, oh, it's not that. So it's that. Yep.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Okay. Polynomial long division. Now, we gotta look at that and go, what and what? Well, what you have to do is to make this look like one of these. Okay? So if you can get it into squared and squared, okay, that would be best. So how can we get this into squared and squared? Okay? So, we are going to complete the square. Okay. So if we have x squared plus 10x plus blank plus 41 minus blank. So what we're going to add, we're going to subtract. So what's half of this squared? 25. So 25 goes there and there. So it's x plus 5 quantity squared plus 41 minus 25 is 16, right? So it's x plus 5 squared plus 4 squared. I have a squared plus a squared now. Okay? So if I have squared plus squared, then we look at our formula. This one, it's 1 over a arctangent of u over a. One over a, and then because we have addition, okay, so it's 4 squared plus x plus 5 squared, because the u is the one with the variable, okay? So it's 1 over a, u over a, so it'd be b. Okay. This one's in a square root, so it's probably going to be sine. So we get rid of these two. So how do we do this? Completing the square when we have negative x squared minus 6x plus 40. Well, I want to explain it so you guys can get it easily enough. Let's take out a negative 1 right at the start. X squared plus 6x minus or plus blank minus 40 minus blank. Because half of this squared is 9 and 9. So it's x squared plus 3 quantity squared minus 49. But if we put the negative 1 through it, it's 49 minus x squared plus 3 quantity squared, which is 7 squared minus x squared plus 3. Or it's x plus 3. It's not, yeah, it's x plus 3 quantity squared. So this is u and this is a. One over a. No, it's a squared minus u squared is u over a. Yep, arc sine of u over a. So it's b again. Okay? So that's the basics of what we're doing today. Boom. Boom. So maybe Sunday I can catch up your grades again and fix those of you who had stuff not done that you actually got done now. There we go. Boom.